Welcome, tech and emulation enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the performance potential of the Eden Emulator running on the cutting-edge Snapdragon 8 Elite mobile platform. Eden, as a fork of the famous Yuzu emulator, is pushing boundaries by bringing high-fidelity Switch gaming to Android. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is the powerhouse making this possible, enabling console-level stability and high frame rates where we previously saw none. We've benchmarked 22 flagship games to test compatibility, frame rate stability, and graphical accuracy. The results reveal crucial optimization points and highlight which games are now truly portable. Are these 22 games finally ready for prime time on your phone? Let's find out. Super Mario Wonder, a stunning return to 2D platforming, is running smoothly at 60 FPS on the Eden Emulator here. This stability on a Snapdragon 8 Elite is crucial, transforming mobile emulation from a novelty into a truly competitive, console-quality experience. Persona 5 Royal, the ultimate JRPG with its slick style, is surprisingly reaching 90 to 120 FPS on Eden. This speed demon performance on the Snapdragon 8 Elite dramatically enhances the fast-paced, turn-based combat, making the dungeon crawling feel incredibly fluid. A massive win for P5 fans. Super Mario Galaxy is a timeless masterpiece of gravity-defying platforming. Achieving a locked 60 FPS through Eden on this Snapdragon 8 Elite setup proves that the emulator handles complex spatial mechanics flawlessly. It's a nostalgic high point delivered perfectly on mobile. Super Mario Galaxy 2, which ups the ante on creative level design, is also holding steady at a perfect 60 FPS in the Eden Emulator. This consistency across both Galaxy titles on the Snapdragon 8 Elite is a strong indicator of Eden's matured compatibility for core Nintendo franchises. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, a revolutionary open-world game, performs solidly between 35 and 45 FPS on Eden. While not 60, this range on a Snapdragon 8 Elite is very playable and provides enough breathing room for intense combat and crucial exploration. A commendable feat for such a vast world. The sequel, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, shows impressive optimization, hitting a remarkable 40 to 60 FPS on the Eden Emulator. Utilizing the Snapdragon 8 Elite, the fluidity here is a significant step up, giving Link's new Ultra Hand abilities the smoothness they deserve. Red Dead Redemption's vast western landscape is tamed by the Eden Emulator, maintaining a very stable 30 FPS. For an open-world port of this scale, hitting the console's target frame rate on the Snapdragon 8 Elite is pure optimization magic, making John Marston's journey genuinely portable. One Piece. Pirate Warriors 4 hits a solid 60 FPS on Eden, which is fantastic for a Yuzu game's chaotic action. However, the presence of minor graphical bugs suggests that while the Snapdragon 8 Elite can handle the performance load, further shader accuracy tweaks are still needed for visual perfection. Demon Slayer Hinakami Chronicles 2, a graphically intensive fighter, locks on a 30 FPS via the Eden Emulator. This is the bare minimum for competitive fighters, but it's a stable experience on the Snapdragon 8 Elite, preserving the cinematic feel of the anime's signature combat sequences. Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag's pirate adventures maintain a respectable 30 FPS on Eden. This is vital for the naval combat and stealth segments. The Snapdragon 8 Elite successfully handles the huge draw distances, making those Caribbean sails surprisingly smooth. Attack on Titan 2, a fast-paced game centered on aerial maneuvers, achieves a stable 30 FPS in Eden. Maintaining this frame rate on the Snapdragon 8 Elite is crucial for the grappling hook action, Any lower and the sense of speed would be lost. A good translation for a demanding title. Caravan Sandwich is a fascinating case. It hovers around 20 to 30 FPS in crowded areas, but jumps to 60 FPS indoors. This frame rate fluctuation on the Snapdragon 8 Elite points to CPU-heavy object rendering, a technical challenge that Eden must address to stabilize the open-world segments. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, an action RPG that covers the iconic anime story, runs reliably at 30 FPS on the Eden Emulator. The Snapdragon 8 Elite manages the huge energy blasts and flying sequences well, maintaining the immersive scale of the Dragon Ball universe. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a modern 2D Metroidvania, and it runs at a buttery, smooth 60 FPS on Eden. This is essential for the precise platforming and combat. The Snapdragon 8 Elite handles this modern title perfectly, making the game feel instantly responsive and sharp. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate generally hits 60 FPS on Eden, which is required for competitive play. The slight stuttering during battle introductions suggests minor shader compilation issues, a common hurdle the Snapdragon 8 Elite still has to clear for a truly flawless fighting experience. Sonic Frontier's expansive, speed-focused open zones maintain a consistent 30 FPS on the Eden Emulator. For a game that relies on high velocity, this stability on the Snapdragon 8 Elite keeps the momentum going, which is key to enjoying Sonic's unique sense of freedom. Dragon Ball FighterZ, a visually spectacular 2D fighter, locks perfectly at 60 FPS using the Eden Emulator. For any fighting game, 60 FPS is non-negotiable, and the Snapdragon 8 Elite delivers this flawlessly, ensuring every combo and special move is frame perfect. Sifu, a highly demanding beat-em-up focused on precise martial arts combat, struggles slightly, hitting 20 to 30 FPS on Eden. This requires a higher-end Snapdragon 8 Elite for basic playability. While impressive it runs at all, Sifu needs higher speeds to truly shine. Sonic X Shadow Generations is showing a strong 30 FPS performance on Eden, which is great for the speed sections. The slight graphical glitches suggest some rendering pipeline issues, but the Snapdragon 8 Elite's power successfully translates the fast-paced action. Guilty Gear Strive, a stylish, technically excellent fighting game, achieves a beautiful 60 FPS on the Eden Emulator. This perfect performance on the Snapdragon 8 Elite confirms Eden's capability to handle demanding, modern titles that require absolute input fidelity. Pokémon Sword, an early entry in the Switch's 3D RPG library, is stable at 30 FPS on Eden. The frame rate is perfect for battles and exploration. The Snapdragon 8 Elite ensures a consistent, console-like experience that avoids the frame drops sometimes seen on the original hardware. Super Mario Odyssey, a landmark 3D platformer, runs at a perfect 60 FPS on the Eden Emulator. This smoothness on the Snapdragon 8 Elite is vital for Cappy's precise throws and jumps. It's a flagship title running flawlessly, showing the peak of Eden's current performance potential. And that wraps up our deep dive into the Eden Emulator's performance on the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It's clear that mobile emulation is evolving at an incredible pace, giving us surprising stability even in demanding titles. Which of the 22 games surprised you the most, and what chipset's emulation performance should be analyzed next? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this technical analysis, please hit the like button, share this video with fellow enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.